mean I have a quadrillion billion new books to share with you today. We're doing a haul. We're taking a break from the challenges since last time I basically killed myself trying to do yoga while speaking about books. That video took forever to film and I felt like a dead person afterward. Like, it doesn't look too difficult when I watch it back, but when I was there sitting in a pose for like 10 minutes, I was dying. I might get back to challenge hauls after this one because they did make it more exciting for me to film. But since it's been a while since I did a regular one, I'm excited to be regular today. Just a regular, let's talk about my new babies that have come through the door. I bought a crap load of books. I'm pointing to them on the floor, but you can't see them. And I got a crap load of books in the mail. Let's jump right into this haul. I call this look today, Natasha got me a new eyeshadow palette and I wanted to try all the colors. The first book I have to share with you today is our April BOOKSPLOSION Book of the Month, The Best of Boys by Mary Weber. We're working with HarperCollins in April. I've been excited about this book for like 1,000 years. I met Mary Weber at Y'all West last year. She was such a joy to talk to. This book takes place in a world where all the women are trained to do wifely duties. All the men go off to pursue a college education. Our lead character really wants to be a scientist, and there's this annual all-male scholarship competition. And this scholarship competition isn't like an essay, it's this deadly labyrinth maze. And our lead character and her cousin disguise themselves as boys, enter the competition, do the labyrinth, and our lead character gets the scholarship prize. But once they find out she's a girl, the scandal. The dudes are not ready for a girl who does not know her place. I am so pumped to read this and be super empowered by our lead character. I feel like this maze situation is going to have a Hunger Games-esque deadly feel to it. There are high stakes going on here. And then I feel like even higher stakes afterward when you go to this college on this scholarship, and the college is made up of all male students who think you shouldn't be there. I'm sure she's gonna come out on top, and I'm just so excited to watch that. I love stories like this. Mulan is my favorite Disney movie for a reason. If you're not familiar with BOOKSPLOSION, we're an online book club. We read a book together every month, and then we do live shows with all of you who read along with us. Our live shows are at youtube.com/booksplosion. If you're interested, check it out, subscribe, and join our reading journeys. The next book I have to share with you today was sent to me as part of a paid promotion with Disney Book Group, and that is The Everlasting Rose by Dhonielle Clayton. The Everlasting Rose is the gorgeous sequel to The Bells by Dhonielle Clayton. I don't know if you've read The Bells already. It's been on my TBR for at least a year now. I've only heard great things and I haven't gotten to it yet. The Bells and The Everlasting Rose take place in a world where beauty is revered above anything else. The beautiful people, the Bells, are the people in power. There's a queen in this world, and our lead character has this dream to be the most beautiful, to become the favorite of the queen, the most beautiful of the beautiful. And as she rises to this position, she starts to see things and realize things that she didn't see before about how things are run and the cost of beauty. And she's not okay with it anymore. Things are corrupt and messed up, and thus the revolution is here. It's time for a change. And I get the feeling our main character is playing a big part in that change. I love the covers. This is an ARC, so it's not as shiny as this finished copy, but you can see how beautifully they go together. Everlasting Rose is out now, so it's the perfect time to pick up both and binge them. The next book I have here is one that I bought at Buns of Noble, and that is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Taylor Jenkins Reid is the author of the internet-renowned The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Of course I had to pick up Daisy Jones and the Six. Everyone and their mom is also talking about this book, and I haven't read it yet, so I'm behind. It'll probably take me a little bit to get to Daisy Jones and the Six because I've been reading at snail speed right now because I'm trying to write. Reading and writing at the same time is just very difficult. It's just so difficult, especially during a first draft. I want to get to this ASAP. It's part of Reese's book club. I'm excited. I don't want to know what it's about. I know it's gonna be great. I also can't stand this sticker. I need to take it off. Oh my god, I came off so easily. That was really nice. The next book I have to show you today is our main BOOKSPLOSION book of the month, and that is The Princess and the Fangirl, which is the spin-off of Ashley Poston's Geekerilla, which I love. It was one of our BOOKSPLOSION books of the month in 2017. It was everything, and I'm so excited about The Princess and the Fangirl. I haven't actually looked at what this is about because I didn't want to be spoiled. The Princess and the Fangirl follows the story of Jessica Stone, who plays Princess Amara, opposite of the guy lead in Gigarella. Ooh, oh my god, this is like a Princess and the Pauper story. So Jessica, she's going to Excelsicon. The super fan of Starfield is going to Excelsicon, and she looks just like Jessica. She's pulled into a panel or something because they think she's Jessica, and everyone in the room thinks she's Jessica. She's not. And when Jessica finds out she has this lookalike, she switches places with her because she's having a hard time dealing with the fallout of playing a character in a reinstallment of a story that has such a mega fandom. And so they switch places, and hijinks and drama ensue from there. I'm so excited about this. Oh my god. So this is our May Booksplosion book of the month. YouTube.com/Booksplosion is where we do our live shows, so subscribe there so you can read along with us and join us for the live show. I'm so excited for this book. Gigarella was amazing and adorable and heartfelt and gave me all the feelings. The next book I got in the mail was super exciting, and that was the Red Skrulls of Magic by Cassandra Clare. This is an adult novel about Alec and Magnus, and it takes place after City of Glass, I believe. Way before where we are right now, which I was not expecting until I was interviewing Cassandra Clare, and I said something alluding to the Red Skrulls of Magic, and she was like, yeah, that already happened, and I was so confused and out of the loop on the Shadowhunter books. I am so excited to read this. I actually started it, but then I haven't been reading anything because I've been writing, and I can't wait to actually read it. I am now reading Restore Me, which is our book of the month, and our live show is coming up this Wednesday, March 20th at 7 p.m. EST on the Booksplosion channel. After I finish Restore Me, I'm hoping to read the Red Skrulls of Magic. We pick up with Alec and Magnus in Shadowhunter Academy, which is after City of Heavenly Fire, and they're in such a great place in their relationship, and it's so sweet, but here we're just kind of at the start of them being able to freely be together. It's when they're going on their trip. Like, this starts when they're in Paris. The next book I have to show you today is Romanov by Nadine Brandes. This is a historical fiction retelling of my fave, Anastasia. I'm definitely gonna be reading this in May. Romanov actually comes out May 7th, the same day that my book comes out. So this is actually an arc. I'm excited to see the final hard copy beautiful version. It looks beautiful in soft copy. Imagine how gorgeous it's gonna be in hard copy. Look at this cover. When she unveiled this cover, I was shook. I was like, whoa, that is beautiful and perfect. It looks so classic, and the design is so gorgeous and eye-catching. Anastasia, or Nastya, Romanov was given a single mission to smuggle an ancient spell into her suitcase on her way to exile in Serbia. Whoa! I haven't read any of the synopsis because you know how I like to go into books with nothing. It might be her family's only salvation, but the leader of the Bolshevik army is after them, and he's hunted Romanov before. The only chance of her saving herself and her family are either to release the spell and deal with the consequences, or to enlist help from Zash, the handsome soldier who doesn't act like the average Bolshevik. Whoa! I am so excited! Magic and Anastasia together? The next book I have to share with you today is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. This is a rom-com. Christina Lauren writes amazing, fun rom-coms to help you in your time of rom-com need. So I stock them up for when I'm really sad and need a rom-com to pick me up. Then I devour them in like 2 days. They're wonderful. They're hilarious. I believe this is a hate to love one, which I love. This is an arc as well. This comes out 5/14/19. Another amazing May release. The next book I have to show you today was sent to me by Cookbook, who I'm working with this month, William Shakespeare's Much Ado About Mean Girls, which is a super fun mashup of critically acclaimed Much Ado About Nothing by William Shakespeare and Mean Girls. This is actually an arc. It comes out April 23rd, and I believe this author has done a bunch of other Shakespeare modern day pop culture story mashups. It's not too long, and it's supremely entertaining. See one of your favorite teen movies put into Shakespeare formatting. I've watched the Mean Girls film a gajillion times. I've now seen the Mean Girls on Broadway. What's my next step here? It's reading Mean Girls in the form of Shakespeare. Look at this amazing cover with the plastics in Shakespeare ware and the burned book going into this cauldron. The next book that I bought from Buns of Noble was King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. Has a book ever been this gorgeous? I don't know. You can see it from like a mile away, shimmering in the distance. You've probably heard about this book by now. If you haven't heard about this, it tells the story of King Nikolai, Eye. You have to have read the Six of Crows duology and the Shadow and Bone trilogy to really be ready for this, as far as I can understand. Like, you definitely have to have read the Shadow and Bone trilogy, because that's where we get to know Nikolai. I think I'm gonna do the audiobook since I love the narrators of these audiobooks. Please don't spoil the book in the comments, please. Please don't do that to me, thank you. Oh my god, this sticker is not coming off easy like that other one. No! Look at this naked. Look at this! Look at it. Look at this. Why does this book even have a cover when the underside looks like this? This is amazing. This looks like the Constitution. The next book I have was sent to me by Random House, who I'm working with this month, and that is How to Make Friends with the Dark by Kathleen Glasgow. This is an arc. It comes out in April. This is the story of Tiger. For Tiger, it's always been her mom and her against the world, and then suddenly her mom dies. And everything that Tiger knows is torn away from her. She feels like she's constantly in the dark, and it's her trying to pull her life back together after this tragedy. How to be around people and make connections again when you're in such darkness. I'm definitely going to be reading How to Make Friends in the Dark in April, so I'll be talking about that in my May Stories I Ate this month. I feel like this is going to be a ride. The next book I got in the mail is Chrysalis by Brendan Reichs. This is the third book in the Nemesis trilogy, which looks amazing. I love the synopsis, and I still haven't gotten to. Twisty and unpredictable to the very last page. I love this series. Next book I bought from Buns of Noble. Ooh, it's another Buns of Noble exclusive edition. On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. Of course, super excited to read Angie's second book. I don't know too much about it except that the main girl is a rapper, or she has dreams of being a professional rapper, and I'm here for that. I really love how the jacket design matches so beautifully with the jacket design of The Hate You Give. Next book I got in the mail from Random House, and that is Stranger Things Suspicious Minds by Gwenda Bond. They've made a Stranger Things book, and I believe this is some sort of a prequel, because that guy, you know, that guy we know who knows 11 is on the cover. Should be interesting. The back says Breathe, Sunflower Rainbow. Not sure what that means. Maybe it's like a calming technique? Think of sunflowers and rainbows and you will be calm. The next book I got in the mail was Four Dead Queens by ASTRID SCHOLTE. This book actually came in the mail with the crown that I wore in my latest writing video, and I broke that crown after that writing video by accident, so it ended up in the garbage, but it was cool to get a crown. I am not sure what this is about. I mean, it must have four dead queens. Our lead character, I think, gets caught up in a conspiracy that is linked to their deaths. That's what I'm getting from the synopsis. Intriguing. The next book I got in the mail is Something Like Gravity by Amber Smith. Amber Smith has written two beautifully covered books that I own and want to read and have not read yet. They're on my contemporary shelf. I want to get to them. They've changed up the look of her covers. Chris and Maya might be neighbors for the summer, but that doesn't mean they want anything to do with each other. Chris has come out as transgender, but he's still processing a frightening assault he survived the year before. And Maya is grieving the loss of her older sister and trying to find her place in this world without her. This sounds fabulous. I'm going to add it to my contemporary to read shelf. Someday I will be able to bathe in all the beautiful contemporaries I have waiting for me. The next book I got in the mail was Nina LaCour's new book, Hold Still. I've only heard amazing things about Nina LaCour's first book. I have it on my contemporary shelf. Hold Still may be the truest depiction of the aching, gaping hole left in the wake of suicide that I've ever read. Oh, wow. I really love the cover design for both of Nina's books. They have this kind of graphic novel-y feel to them that really makes them stand out on the shelf. The next book that I bought this month was Famous in a Small Town by Emma Mills. I got this at Barnes & Noble. Emma Mills' covers are all so gorgeous. And I didn't even know this was coming out. I feel like I've seen very little marketing for it. I still have both of Emma Mills' other books also on my contemporary TBR. I have so many contemporary stories awaiting me. I shall be adding this to the group. The next book I have is one that I got for Christmas and forgot to put in my last haul, and that is the Unofficial Harry Potter Cookbook. I got this from Juan because he knows I've been trying to cook more and I own no cookbooks. And what better to be my first cookbook than the Unofficial Harry Potter one? I'm excited to try some of these recipes. I haven't yet because the year has been cray and I've only made like 2 new recipes the whole year, and it's mid-March, so at least I've done a couple. I've got to get back on that. I also got There's Something About Sweetie in the mail, which is the companion novel to When Dimple Met Rishi, another contemporary on my TBR shelf. This is actually depressing me. It's fine. I'm gonna get to them someday. It's like Hogwarts. They'll always be there to welcome me home when I'm ready for another contemporary. The next book I got in the mail was Internment by Samira Ahmed. This is, I believe, the same author who wrote Love, Hate, and Other Filters, another one on my contemporary shelf that I want to read. This looks amazing just from the cover. Kirsten White blurbed it on the back. She said, Internment is a visceral, essential book, both horrifying and hopeful. Ahmed deserves a spot on every bookshelf in America. I can tell this is going to be powerful without even reading the synopsis. It's been 1 year since the census landed 17-year-old Leigh Amin and her family on the registry, 5 months since the Attorney General argued that Korematsu versus United States established precedent for relocations of citizens during times of war, and 1 month since the president declared that Muslims are a threat to America. Leigh and her parents are suddenly taken from their home and forced into an internment camp for Muslim American citizens. Dang. Set in a horrifying near-future United States, Internment is a heart-racing and emotional novel that challenges readers to fight the complicit silence that exists in our society today. This sounds important and intense and heart-wrenching and wonderful. The last book I have to share today was sent to me by Reese's Book Club, and that is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I don't know anything about this book except that a lot of people are liking it, including Reese Witherspoon. A murder mystery, a coming-of-age narrative, and a celebration of nature. Holy that's my book haul! Thanks for watching! I'm Christine. I make videos every Tuesday. My book again, Book Getters, comes out May 7th. Link to pre-order is in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.